YOLO composing gloves here, and today we're going to be doing some stuff with the almond break in order to make it sound more breakcore-y. Got a question. Someone was like, "Bro, man, dude, how do you make the almond break sound more breakcore-y?" And there's one or two tricks that make it sound breakcore-y, but breakcore is one of those genres where it's kind of like do whatever you want as long as it's like fast and crazy. You're good to go and makes some sense. Then congratulations, you've got breakcore. So I guess here's a preview. Here's the preview. And we could continue on, of course. So you've seen the preview. I don't know what I've made yet. So let's go ahead. We got to bump the tempo up here. So let's go to like 180. Why not? 180 sounds like the tempo to be. So I have in here, rhythmlab.com had these samples. I have a separate video about this where in the free samples playlist, I believe is where I placed this. And in there, they've got an almond one, and it's just a bunch of crazy chopped up almond breaks already with various amounts of processing. So I'm just going to use some of these. These sound fine. They've even got tempos variety here. Okay, so that one's like nice. Let's go with this one. This is at 165, whatever. I can fly with that. 165 it is, just so we don't have to do crazy weird choppy stuff. Why not? So okay, so first off, let's just chop this up. Let's get a rhythm going. So we need to have this just be wild. So here's the first bit. And then right here we'll do a separate thing here, chopping, chop. And then right here we need a separate thing, so we'll just do something different there. I'm assuming you're familiar with the tools of FL, so I don't need to go around explaining all these menus and shortcuts I'm using. That's all explained in the like FL like workflow playlist. Oh, and then right here we need to have something happen. Let's just see what we have alternate. Oh, you know what? Let's just grab a different one. That's, you read my mind. It's exactly what I wanted. Okay. So right now we're just creating a crazy sounding kind of fast rhythm thing. And I don't know if I'm monitoring soft or if it's just soft or whatnot, but we could deal with that later. Ooh, and then we've got this fourth measure here. That's just going to be, you know, just go nuts here. And now Breakcore has these like stuttery effects like everywhere. So we're going to do some of that. Well, depends on who you're listening to, I guess. But I'm just going to copy and paste this. And geez, the keyboard commands, we're going to truly test if I know my commands here. Holy crap. So I'm going to do one like that. Sure, why not? I don't even... Oh my gosh. Come on. All right, there we go. I'm going to drag these to be even shorter and then add shift drag. All right, and then one more. Why not? And then right here, this is going to go... Man, I honestly, I think this is easier to do in Renoise than it is in FL. Like, I would prefer to do this in Renoise. Oh, Reduct. Maybe I'll reach out to them, say, hey, I'll do a tutorial series on Reduct if you hook me up with Reduct. And, because I would, man. I would do one. Like, heck yeah. So, okay, I've made this one unique. I'm going to make this one unique again. I'm just going to have copies of this everywhere. And so this one's going to be higher by 300. This one's going to be higher by 200. This one, make unique again, is only going to be higher by 100. So we're doing some pitch shifting here. Yeah, yep, now we're getting there. Now this is what I'm talking about. Make unique again. Oh my gosh. There's probably better ways of doing this. I don't care. Okay, don't go around commenting about my ridiculous ways. It's a creative endeavor, all right? And if I figure one out that I like more, I'll do it. Go ahead, comment it. It could be useful, right? It's prideful of me to just cut you off like that. This last one, I kind of want to do something crazy. I don't know. Let's see. Why are these all the same? Oh, snap. Was I just changing the same? Oh my gosh, freaking turd. Okay, so that's 300, 200. Gotta double click them. Gotta double click them. This should be 100. You punks. This should be that. Yeah, so that's one technique that you'll see a lot, and it's the creative use of this. Stutter effects are better ways to do stutters than what I'm doing right here that you can like pitch and tune. But I'm just gonna sort of do stuff right now with sort of whatever occurs to me. Okay, so now we got to get like crazier and form like a bass rhythm. I've already got these like kicks sort of worked out. So I'm going to take this one and this one and keep that there, and then let's grab this loop and stick it in here. Bam. We're going to get rid of this front part. Maybe keep the second part. And then here we're going to just do okay. So breakcore is like got what some people call it like I forgot the terms. On Wikipedia they've got like undanceable beats because they're so highly syncopated and crazy sounding. So we're gonna try and get some of that goodness in here. Let's just pull this over. I think you were asking about processing. So I'm going online to really quick find your comment because I think you might have been asking a slightly different question than what I'm answering. But this guy, so early the video is only 2 minutes long. That made me laugh. You get a heart. Congratulations. Uh, I upload long videos. I just typically do. All right, let's go. I want to find your comment. Okay, Dr. Fritza. Cool name. I have watched your video creating the rhythm. I'm pretty sure in that series, I also have one specifically on the almond break because I've been asked this question before. However, if you could do a video specifically on using the almond break to make some breakcore, that'd be great. Oh, perfect. I'm answering this. I was a little worried that you were asking me to show all the processing where I feel like I might have cheap shotted you by just reaching into a sample pack. But just so you guys are aware, if I wanted to create something like you can get the original almond break and add distortions and compressors and just go wild with it, make a bunch of things. But I consider that like a whole separate thing. You're not really making breakcore. Like you could do that as part of the process, but it really makes sense. It's just separate sessions to do that in. So here, I find this process to work better. It's more of a writing process for me. It's sort of a similar approach to what Noisia does. But anyways, let's get back to making stuff. So you've seen, okay, so yeah, the pitching, the removing around, that's a great one. Let's just keep going because now I know I was on the right track with what you were asking. So that's a relief to know. Here, let's keep just doing this. Okay, so this offends me a little. Why? Because, well, I'm breaking sort of the basic rhythm. You really need to enforce the kicks in specific spots to keep a sense of rhythm. This can get really, really loose as you go along, but generally you want to be somewhat careful with how you mess with it. So I'm going to move this back over here and maybe just put something before it that's like an interesting part before, just an interesting part. And let's just move this over here. La, 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 la. Continuing, we have now corrected, hopefully, that erroneous weird spot, and we're selecting some samples here. Okay, so this needs to be like a break, and it's like kick, small gap, kick, kick. I kind of like that right there. Maybe it just needs to keep that gap. Because here we have our basic phrase of, we have our 4 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to do another 1, 2, 3, 4. Which they shaded nicely for us. Thank you. And I'm thinking maybe, what would this sound like with a similar sort of motion? A similar sort of motion. Get rid of that. Thank you. Get rid of this. And then here, I'm going to scroll this up. Ooh, yeah, I dig it. And then here, I want to do another pitch thing. So I made it unique. Let's go back to the pen tool. I'm going to do this and pick something different, just a random blurb. And then right here, okay, so we have this phrase. And then I'm thinking if I want to repeat the phrase, because that would create some continuity here, and do something sort of different. So we have this notion of here's an idea, here's another idea. And we haven't even added synths yet. This is all just drums. It's freaking crazy. No mixing or anything. I kind of want to do a different note for that first one. So let's just grab, I don't know which one I took. Let's just take this one. I'm holding shift and click drag in order to clone them. Oh, it's the same thing. All right. Well, let's see. What else do I have in here? What's this? And then here, let's see if I can't vary these up some. Yeah, why not? And then this is the last bit. I'm gonna just sort of drag this out some, or actually, let's move this around. What do we got in here? We'll clone this twice. And I'm gonna make this sort of a hi-hat or a snare or something. And then since this is the last response, I'm going to do another pitch move. I'm going to make this one unique and pitch it up 100 cents. This one unique and pitch it up 200 cents. You get the idea. Rinse and repeat. You see, this can be a pretty fast process if you know your keyboard shortcuts. Not too big a deal. Yeah, buddy. And then right here, what would this sound like if I clone this? And let's get another sample. Oh my gosh, you changed folders on me. What you be doing here? I'm at 165. How many are there? There's that one. There's another one at 165. Oh, that's the one. Let's just slap that underneath and see if it works. Sure, let's go with it. It just got crazier. I just need something to intensify. It's like Breakcore intensifies would be underneath. Okay, so we have, I think we might just call it there. Keep it short, simple, sweet, to the point. This is the thing. Let's here's the preview. And we could continue on, of course. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you picked up a couple ideas. I guess the overview of what we covered was the pitch technique, chopping, creative uses of chopping, the use of multiple samples, and you saw sort of the workflow that went along with it, how I thought about it. I was looking for just the elements, and when I was looking for them, like, oh, I want a blurb here. You saw the importance of keeping an idea instead of just sort of randomly putting things down, which is the way it sort of looks at first because this is sort of just a mess, but that is the way it is. And we could, of course, I sort of cheesed it by just grabbing another loop and putting it here. But hey, you know, whatever works, it works. That's nice. But we could, of course, make our own loop through a very similar process to what I'm doing here. And you'll also see that I treat loops as sort of like chunks of samples, right? I start with loops, but you can see I really like to mix and match because I really like to get the various sounds and textures because these are just, they have so many nice ones in there. We didn't even mix it or anything yet too, so that could be really cool. If you have any questions or additional things that you're like, how'd you do this? Let me know, but make sure you search it on my channel. First, subscribe and have a blessed day.